Namaste and welcome to the chapter on reducing xenoestrogens in our lives. We are living in what I like to call a chemical soup. Believe it or not, we have created around 80,000 harmful chemicals, and only a handful out of these have been banned. So it's up to us to take action and steer clear of these toxins. But hey, I know it can feel overwhelming, especially with our busy lives. I get it. That's why I have broken down to make it simple for you. First, I've listed actions that require low to moderate effort but give you a high return in benefits. Later, you will see the actions that require more effort but still deliver great results. This way, I hope you can start making a big impact with minimal effort. I would suggest choose easy actions to begin with. Once those become part of your routine, add one or two more so you are not stressed. Before you know it, you will be living a more chemical free life and you will notice positive effects along the way. I have put IFTPOS receipts in low effort, high yield category because these receipts are full of chemicals, and as a customers you can easily opt for electronic receipts instead. Some places like Kmart you can't avoid because you have to show the receipt before you exit. Try not to touch your skin after handling these receipts. If you are a retail worker, always wear gloves when you are handling these receipts and make sure you're not touching your skin. This is your another low effort, high benefit category. I would store food and drinks in glass or stainless steel containers and buy oil and drinks in glass bottles instead of plastic. I use glass containers to store food in the fridge and freezer. And these shown here on the left hand side are perfect for this use. They are dishwasher and microwave safe. If you are storing any liquid in the freezer in the glass container and bottles, leave some room for expansion of the liquid. Don't fill them to the top. I have broken some bottles and learned this lesson. I would say this is another low effort, high yield category, just requires an awareness. Do not microwave food or place hot food in plastic containers. Use glass containers instead. Ventilating your home can be quite beneficial, especially to reduce indoor air pollution that may be generated from using household chemicals or carpet fumes or fumes from new clothing, toys, etc. Opening the windows is low cost. Installing HRV and heat pumps can be high initial cost. I've put using natural cleaning products in low to moderate effort category because sometimes some chemicals you may have been used to that's that you will find difficult to swap over. But EcoStore brand in New Zealand and EcoStore and Abody in Australia are supposed to be good brands. I have put personal care products in moderate efforts category because you would need special training to read labels on these products. But I would say avoid parabens, phthalates, and triclosan. They are the biggies. To reduce or avoid pesticide exposure such as atrazine and glyphosate, you can choose organic or spray free produce. vegetables, fruits, grains, legumes, etc. Let me explain the difference between organic and spray free because it can be confusing. When any produce is sold as organic, it can include ready made food. That food must be certified by a rigorous process to qualify as organic. And this certification process can be onerous and expensive. So, some vendors, when they are not using chemical pesticides, and generally speaking, they are using low chemical fertilizers, but they don't want to go through the organic certification process, they will sell their produce as spray free. So, these foods are little cheaper and still you will avoid more problematic chemicals like pesticides. Conventionally grown produce, on the other side, has high amounts of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. You can also follow this Dirty Dozen and Clean 15 guide to make your choice easier and cheaper. Saying all this, it is still advisable to eat vegetables and fruits as their intake outweighs not eating them, even if they are conventionally grown. But you could avoid high pesticide food from the Dirty Dozen or have them in small quantities or wash them properly before you consume. This is your high effort, high benefit category. Avoid insecticides, pesticides, and weed killers in your homes and gardens. You can plan to install insect screens on your doors and windows so you have less insects coming through. But if you need to use something, use sticky tapes or electric insect killers. To summarize, in this chapter, I've given you some practical tips to reduce xenoestrogens in your daily lives. But please make sure that you make it stress-free process. Take it slow, do whatever is easy for you and your family first, and add as you become more comfortable. Stress is a bigger evil. Thank you for your attention as always. Namihi.